well, we just figured out that it's not Barb that can't figure out the computer, it's Jessica. So, that's not what I want. Can you just get bigger? Get bigger? Now I'm frozen. Well, that's not working. Okay, hold on. Oh, why am I frozen? Come on. Here we go. Here we go. This one. And comments. Okay. Well, I'm frozen on my screen. Hopefully I'm not frozen on your screen. I don't know what's happening. We had a weird issue yesterday at Log Cabin. Like I was watching the comments and it seemed like they weren't coming up. So I don't know if it's a comment issue that we've been having or if I'm freezing again. If I am, I'm sorry, but I don't run Facebook and I can't fix it and I don't know who to complain to. So we're gonna do our best here. But okay, Tricia says we're not frozen, so we're good to go. All right, good morning, everyone. I am alone, as you can see. I'm all by myself. I am in my shop, but I'm all by myself. Barb is still on vacation, which I am vetoing next time she wants to go on vacation, especially in November. It's not happening for me. But I think I have something fun for you guys for today. Instead of just talking, which we do a lot, we're gonna talk a little bit. I have my machine. I'm just checking to see, you can see my machine and I'll move it over. And we're gonna talk about thread today. So I'm excited. It's going to be semi-educational. I never say completely educational because I don't know what you're going to learn or what you expect to learn. So that's all I'm gonna say. Jackie, good morning from blue sky, beautiful Myrtle Beach. Oh, come on now. The sun is shining. I just want you to know that. It is a little chilly outside and there is some snow on the ground, but we are not as unfortunate as Buffalo, which is several hours west of me. It's about 4-ish hours west. They are getting feet, not inches, feet of snow. Between now and, I think it started yesterday maybe, I think until, I want to say tomorrow, they're getting like 3 or 4 feet of snow. This is not an every year occurrence for them, but it's not out of the question. So luckily for us, we are not getting that. We had some snow squalls yesterday, and a lot of you had said when we moved in here, oh, it's gonna be so pretty when it snows with all the windows, and it was. It was very, very pretty watching the snow. It didn't really stick, but it was really nice. So Cindy likes education, so we're gonna educate her. So before we get into it, I have one little sticky note of some things I want to tell you. And then I think that's it. I think we're gonna get into thread. So yes, Helene and anyone else that heard of Buffalo, they are getting lake effect snow, which is, they always have lake effect snow. I know Syracuse gets it as well. Cheryl can probably attest to that, and Kelly. We don't have lake effect snow, but I mean, we get snowstorms. We may get some residual snow from this. I think they were saying this weekend we might get something, but we are not getting feet. The last time this happened was several years ago, but it was crazy. I can't even imagine. I know what our snowstorms are like when they're bad. I can't imagine getting several feet of snow. So, good morning. I probably will try to read comments, but as always, it's a little bit hard when I'm by myself and I have my sewing machine. So we're gonna go over a couple of quick things and then we're gonna talk about thread. I'm gonna educate you and we're gonna learn some stuff together. So first, excuse me, first and most important, the swap due date is getting really close. It is December 5th. Today is the 18th. I have lost a week somewhere in November. I thought that November was a longer month for some reason. I kept telling myself, I'm going to Florida in the beginning of the month, and then I have stuff at the end of the month, so I have all this time in between. I found out last week that Thanksgiving is next Thursday. I was not aware of that. Before that, I really thought I had another week, so it's been chaotic here. Barb's been out of town. I've been shipping orders, making ornaments, getting ready for all these events. It's been crazy. But in the meantime, before I forget to remind you, the swap due date is December 5th. That is not that far away anymore. Again, please email me ASAP if you can't do your swap. Just tell me I can't do it, end of story. That's it, no questions asked. I will take care of it. If you did receive a gift already, please either let me know via email, or if you're in the Facebook group, take a picture and post it. Your partners want to know. They get a little panicky when something shows delivered and you're not saying anything. You know, packages go missing. It's unfortunate. But please make sure that you at least tell me that you got your package. If you are unable to post a picture, if you're not in the group, if you're not tech savvy, whatever the case may be. Since we are talking about shipping and all that kind of stuff, just a little PSA as a small business owner. Right now, I'm not Jess from So Many Creations. I'm just average Joe business owner, small business owner. I'm just putting this out there as average small business owner. It is a busy time of year. It is, you know this, I know that you know this. It is super busy, pretty much from here all the way through towards the end of December. It's Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, it's all the stuff. On top of us being busy, the delivery services are busy. The post office, UPS, they're all busy. Snowstorms happen, as you know. I'm waiting for us to get envelopes to ship your orders. So I have to go to Staples or somewhere and buy envelopes in the meantime. So you might not get a pretty pink one because our box is stuck somewhere in Illinois. And if it's going through Buffalo, we're not getting it anytime soon. Part of the throughway was shut down. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot of stuff going on. Just be the best version of yourself that you can, at least now through the end of the year. Try the hardest you can. I'm not complaining. I am not being ungrateful in any way. Please do not take it that way and tell me that I am just awful and I'm just so ungrateful. I am so thankful for every one of you and every single one of your orders. Right now, Barbara's on vacation. I'm all alone. I wasn't feeling good earlier this week. I had a virtual retreat this weekend. There's a lot of stuff going on. Weather happens. We're doing the best we can. We're shipping as quickly as we can. And so are all the small business owners. We don't have thousands of employees. We don't have a CEO. We don't have department heads. We have us. At the moment, I'm a one-woman show. I have some part-time help here and there, but my right-hand lady, well, my left side lady, she's gone. She'll be back on Monday. So I'm doing everything I can. Please, if you have a question, just try to be polite when you send that email or make that phone call to whatever small business you're dealing with, because I can assure you, they have already answered that question for 5 or 10 other people this day, this week, this past month. We're all trying everything we can. You don't have to email a small business and tell them that they usually ship quicker. You don't have to call them and be rude to them, send them emails and tell them information that you already knew. A lot of times the information's on the website. I don't put shipping times on my website because things happen and because I don't want to disappoint you. I would rather, as somebody said to me yesterday, undersell and over-deliver. I would rather not tell you everything's going to ship on this day and then it doesn't. So just be graceful, be courteous, be kind. It's the only thing we're asking of you. That's it. Yesterday I had to call another small business, just wondering what was going on with their shipping times, not pressuring them, just curious. You know, they always say, just call us and ask us if you're under, you know, a deadline. So you can always ask. One of the other things, some of you have already let me know, some of you may not have even noticed. We had a weird glitch. This is the second time. This has happened 2 times to me in all the years I've been in business. Hopefully it never happens again. Somehow the post office scanned packages as delivered instead of accepted. So it literally went, actually they scanned it both ways. Accepted and delivered the same day. Your package is not here. It is not with me. Your package is on its way to you. There was a stupid error on the post office part. It's happened once before. Packages did arrive. They're not coming to me, they're coming to you. So I don't know why. We also, Barb left last Friday. She left our mail. She left the, the flag up. We leave our mail. Our postman comes and picks it up for us. And when I came here on Monday, our mail was still here. And I was like, well, that's really strange. Why is the mail still here? And then it didn't get picked up again. And I had to call the post office. We had an interim person who just drove by the building and didn't pick up the mail. These are the things I can't control. And I had to call the post office and inquire as to what was going on. But, you know, it's just one of those things. So let me just see if anyone else has anything. I see a couple questions here. Yes, Helene and anyone else that did not think Thanksgiving was next Thursday, what on earth? Why is it so soon? I need another week. I need like a full other week. But it's crazy. The holidays come way too fast. You are absolutely right. Awesome. Sue Smith got hers done. Wax canvas. No, we are not carrying wax canvas anymore. Wax canvas is done indefinitely. If that ever changes, I'll let you guys know. But that also brings me to another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, which actually I was going to save to the end, but I'll talk about it now. We're also not carrying thread anymore. I'm sorry if that disappoints anybody, but what you have to understand is that as a business owner, I don't have millions of dollars. It's crazy. I know. Sit down and hold on to that for a minute. I don't have a limitless budget or space or anything like that, and I have to do what makes the most sense. Thread was awesome for a while, and then it wasn't. And instead of taking up room on my shelves, dealing with more supplier issues, which is so frustrating. It's not their fault, but it's frustrating on my end and yours. Dealing with things, putting money into something that's not really making me money and not doing its job. It's time to let it go. Again, maybe we'll go back to it in the future, maybe we won't, and focus on the things that are good. Cork, canvas, hardware, all that kind of stuff. So we are not carrying wax canvas. We are not carrying thread anymore. Again, I was going to tell you about the thread at the end because we're going to talk about thread, but whatever. I skip around because you guys ask questions. And thank you, Helene. I'm going to say that just to make sure you all hear it. Helene said it was a smart decision and there are other sources. And there are other sources. Just because I don't carry something doesn't mean you can't get it. It doesn't mean that you can't find it somewhere. It just means you won't find it on my website. It means that you get to, find another small business that you can support because we always appreciate that. I do shop on Amazon. I do shop at Target. I shop at all those big box stores. None of them ever thank me. None of them do a Facebook Live and tell me that I'm nice and they appreciate my business. It's not how it works. I tell you that. I am very appreciative. I'm very thankful for all of you. And this time of the year, it's what I think about a lot, is how I couldn't do this without any of you and how awesome you all are. So you're awesome. I just wanted you to know. So let me see here. A couple other things. Cork. You guys love cork. I love cork. We sell out of cork sometimes more quicker than I can even catch up with it. We do have an order coming. We have 2 orders here I have to cut. We have another order coming, and that order had to be split in 2 because my supplier, my sweet, sweet Jose, who I just love to pieces, does not have the base product to do the printing. So again, can't control that. And he is so, apologetic, but what can he do about it? So he is waiting for the base cork to come in so we can print stuff. So right now we're waiting on stuff. We will have stuff hopefully next week or so. Like with the holiday, it's hard to say, and with the weather. And then we will have another shipment sometime in December. So if you're curious about something and you don't know what's going on, you can ask. Remember, I do put expected due dates because they are expected. That's what I'm basing it off of, is what I'm told, but things happen. So we have a lot on order. We have so many things in order. Also, just a little FYI, sometimes, especially now with us being so busy, we do print labels sometimes ahead of time. So I printed some labels yesterday before I left because I didn't have enough time to ship orders. I had shipped some, but I didn't have enough time to finish orders. I was leaving to go to Log Cabin. Sometimes I ship a label and it might sit for a day or 2. It's because we're trying to make the best use of our time. So if you see a label and it hasn't moved for a day or 2, sometimes that's what's happening. I told you about that. Wow, I am flying through all these things. We're gonna get to thread real soon. Okay, so thank you. Thank you, Linda. I'm glad that it makes sense to at least you. I've gotten, somebody understands me. So the to-do lists, the ornaments, and the winter earrings that have not gotten onto the website yet, I am hoping that I will get them on either right before or right after Thanksgiving. I'm really hoping to get them on before Thanksgiving. I'm trying really hard. But because I lost that week somewhere, I don't know where it went, but it's gone. I did not realize that I have 2 events back to back and I lost a whole week of time to prep for those. So this coming Friday, a week from today, like what? A week from today, I have my first craft boutique at Log Cabin. So if you're local, these are local things, come and visit us. It's their anniversary. They are having a sale. I am going to be there with ornaments and earrings and some jewelry. There will also be some bags. If you need to do some shopping and you don't have time to make stuff, you can buy stuff that other people already made. Karen wants earrings, gnomes like the skeletons. Well, I will see what I can do for you. I will not make you any promises, but I will try, Karen. I do have some winter earrings kind of sitting there waiting for me to put together and show you guys. So I'm going to do that as soon as possible. The downfall of the earrings and things is I have to take pictures of every single thing, so it's just a time-consuming thing. I'm trying. If I look exhausted, it's because I am. I've been working 12-hour days since I got back from Florida to try and catch up. I'm not caught up. So that stuff is coming soon. Friday, I'm at Log Cabin. I'm going to do Facebook Live from Log Cabin, so I'll show you some of the things that I have, show you some of the things they're doing, and I may have something fun for you, so you might want to tune in next Friday. It'll probably be a short Facebook Live, but tune in anyway. And the day after that, so Friday and Saturday, back to back, I have a holiday market in Wyndham at the Wyndham Manor. I'm very excited about it. I've never done it before. They contacted me. They made me all excited. So I'm going, and again, selling ornaments and earrings and stuff. And I'll show you guys. It'll probably be the same exact setup for 2 days in a row, but I'll show it to you. And, you know, just trying some new things out. I'm trying to be the person that I tell you guys to be. I'm getting out of my comfort zone, trying some new things. So I'm going to look really quick here at comments, and then we're going to talk about Thread, because I found something that I told the virtual retreat group I wish existed, and it does. So I'm very excited. So Cindy wants sewing machine earrings. Cindy, I don't know why I haven't done that yet. Honestly, I'm like, why are you not doing sewing related earrings? So that is also in the queue. My to-do list is this long. I need like 5 pieces of acrylic for that. And so let's see. Kay, you're amazing. I am taking care of myself. I do sleep. Trust me. I promise I sleep. I eat very well, as you can probably see. And I do try to do some fun things for myself. But the next week and a half is just going to be crazy making stuff. The virtual retreat was like my relaxing time because I really didn't do anything except sew and hang out with my friends. So that was really awesome. So let's see here. I'm like anticipating, and I hate saying this out loud, but I'm anticipating right before Christmas I will probably get sick because I always get a cold after I've been like flat out crazy busy because my body is just like, we're done, time out. So I'm hoping I can postpone that as long as I can because I know it's coming. I have some ornaments in front of me. I'll just show them to you real quick because that's not why you're here. We're going to talk about thread. But I just wanted to show you these because I'm so excited. So I showed these on Log Cabin. I don't know if you got to see them yesterday or if you could see them up close. But how fun are those? You see this one? This one has the Starry Night acrylic. So they're almost like a sun catcher. Like you could totally hang this up and not just put it on your tree. I did some cardinals, and then this one is like a layered one with a fox. I just think they're super fun. So I'm having a lot of fun with my laser, which is taking a break right now. It's been running all day. So, okay, we're gonna talk about thread, and we're gonna test thread out. This machine takes a minute to turn on. Let my machine turn on. I am using my domestic. So over the weekend at the virtual retreat, I was using my heavy duty machine. So I have different options with the heavy duty machine, but not all of you have one. So instead of testing things on my HD9, which I know is going to take pretty much anything, I want to test some of these on the machine that a lot of you have, on a domestic. So, no K, the ornaments are not on the website, but I'm hoping that they will be there soon. I need to get some stock and get through next weekend, and then I'm going to get them up as soon as I can. I'm waiting for a couple of shipments of wood and acrylic to come in too. So, I am using today my Janome Skyline S9. So this is just a plain old domestic. It is an embroidery machine, but I'm not doing anything with that today. I want to try out some of the threads that I bought and see if my domestic likes it, because all the threads that I bought, which are a little heavier, say they're domestic friendly and they work on most domestics. So I'm gonna see if this one likes it. Well, I'm just gonna keep talking, and well, I have a zipper foot on. I guess I'm using my zipper foot. I don't feel like getting the other one. So I'm just gonna keep talking as I get my machine set up. But basically, over the weekend, I was testing out, I think it's in here. I was testing out some thread that I bought at So Magical from Kasaya, from Saya Swag. And I got 2 spools of it. I got the Tex 40, and I also got the Tex, Tex 45 and Tex 70, sorry. So I got both of those because I wanted to test them out. And I know, again, that my heavy duty machine can take a heavy thread, but I don't know if this little guy can. So I have not changed my needle. I think it's a 90-14. It's probably a Microtex that I have in. I'm not going to do anything special, not going to change the bobbin. I'm just going to grab something, which, do I have something to sew on? Also a good question. And I'm just going to start sewing and see what happens. Is this cork? I got a piece of cork. Okay. So, do I have a smaller piece of cork? These are big pieces. Well, oh well, this is what I have. And let me grab some scissors. So I'm just gonna keep on talking. I may not make a lot of eye contact with you or see your comments, but I'm just gonna keep talking while we sew. So when I was at So Magical and I was talking to Kasaya about thread, she was telling me that they were kind of doing a, like a survey to see what kind of machine you have, what kind of thread weight you use, what kind of thread you like, kind of thing, and to test these out on some different machines. So when I came home during the virtual retreat, we were talking about thread, and some of the people in the virtual have heavy duty machines, some have domestics. And so we were talking about how it's so confusing that thread comes in weight, thread comes in tex. So which is which, how do you know which is which, how do you know what you're supposed to use? For the most part, I sew with Aurifil. I like cotton thread. I know it's kind of one of those things in the bag making world that a lot of people are like, oh no, cotton, it's not strong enough. And a lot of people like to sew with polyester. And I have always avoided polyester because to me it's shiny and I don't like it. Plus I've always used Aurifil for quilting and then I use it in my embroidery, so I really like this. So that is the reason why I've just always stuck with Aurifil. Just because I'm not carrying it anymore doesn't mean I don't like it. But in Aurifil, most of what I actually have at home is the 50 weight, which for bag making is not quite heavy enough. It works, but it's not ideal. So I have a lot of the orange spools at home, but this is great for embroidery and for piecing with quilting. I also have 40 and I have 28, and I think I said that backwards. 40 and 28. 40 is green, 28 is gray. I have to say that in my head. So these are what I use mostly for bag making. The 40 I use on my domestic, I use in my heavy duty. It's the minimum I use in my heavy duty machine. I use this in the top and the bobbin. The 28 I have used on my domestic, but I usually only use it in the top for like maybe my final top stitching, and I'll use 40 in the bobbin. So then you get into things like this that are now tex. So what is the difference between weight and tex? Well, I didn't know because I couldn't find it. I searched everywhere. I legitimately looked everywhere. And I said this out loud during the virtual, there has to be a chart somewhere that gives you 40, weight versus tex. There has to be, because how would anyone know? When it comes to weight, the higher the number, the thinner the thread. When it comes to tex, the higher the number, the thicker the thread. So text makes a little bit more sense. So I was shopping around on one of our favorite sites. I'm going to ask you guys how you say this, because I'm going to tell you that most of us have been saying it wrong. Most of us say Wawak. I called them because I wanted to know. It's Wawak, which sounds really weird. I feel like I'm saying something with like a speech impediment. I feel like I'm saying something wrong, but it is Wawak. If you call their customer service, that is how they answer the phone. It's not Wawak, but that's how we all say it because I think it makes more sense. So I'm on their website ordering some threads to try out. Oh, and look what I found, a conversion chart. This has existed this whole time and I couldn't find it. And I swear I went everywhere. So it's actually very easy. It's actually super, super easy. if you look down on the bottom here, and you can go download this if you want. I found it when I was in one of the threads looking at colors. I scrolled down on the bottom and it's little teeny tiny print like down on the bottom right hand side. It says conversion chart, thread conversion chart. There you go. It's there for you. So it gives you a whole bunch of stuff that I don't understand. This is Greek to me. But the basic thing that I've been looking for is text to weight or weight to text. And it's really easy. They even did a little cheater for you here. 40 weight, which is what I like, 40 weight, right there, is equal to text 25. So the closest I have from Saya was 45, so that's heavy. But I think I have 35, 45, let me see, I'm pretty sure I got something that was text 25. I got a whole lot of thread, because I wanted to try them all out for you guys, and for me. This one, what are you? This is not what I wanted. I know that I ordered something that was 25. I know that I did. But of course I can't really remember. So that is not what I was looking for. Hold on. Maybe they didn't have 25. Maybe I'm delusional. But I got this giant spool. This one is text 70. This is text 35. So I have 35, which is probably the closest that I have right now. So, okay. Bobby wants to know, is it okay to have thicker thread on top and a thinner thread in the bottom? Yes, it is okay to do that. I have done that. I've done that quite a bit. Mostly because sometimes, not all the time, but certain machines you have to like calibrate and adjust your bobbin if you have something heavy in it. If you've ever heard of people talking about bobbin work, and I don't do that, so I've tried them out, and sometimes it works and sometimes it's a disaster. Just like today, we're gonna find out. But I have done 2 different weights, and I have done heavier, and a lot of people do the opposite, because again, they do bobbin work. So for today, we're gonna try out some of these, and we're gonna see if this machine is happy, and it might not be. It might not be happy at all. It might be really mad at me, but we're gonna see what happens. So, Amy, you've been saying it wrong. We all have, because I was like, could it be Wawak? No, it's Wawak. It's Wawak. Yes, and also Amy said most spools tell you the size of the needle that's suggested. And I have not seen that on some of these. It might be in the description online. Unfortunately, I do not see it really on any that I bought, but it's another Wawak. They also have a text size to machine needle guide. So they are telling me that anything I have, which is starting at 35 and going up to 40, 35 to 40, I can use a 90, which is what I have. They are telling me that I should be from a 50 weight or 50 text, a 50 text and up, I should be in the 100 and 110s, which we're not doing those. And we're gonna see what happens. We're going to find out what happens. I test things the way that I normally sew. I don't do anything fancy. If you've been here before, you know that. I do not get out manuals. I don't change things. I just do things the lazy way, the way that I would normally do them, because I'm just a normal person. I'm as normal as I can be anyway. And that's just how I do things. So I really don't care what the manual says. I really don't care what I'm supposed to be doing. I do things the way that is comfortable for me. So we're gonna sew a few things and we're gonna see what happens. I don't even know what's in the bobbin or the top right now. And hold on, this is not working. I got my foot pedal way too high. Oops, okay. This is why I need a helper. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm sitting up high, but the foot pedal was way too high. So, and my stitch length is way too small. I wanna do something bigger. So I have, let's see, I have 40. I almost said I have green. I have 40, and I'm guessing I have 40 in the bobbin because that's usually what I use. So, and 40 in the top and bobbin. My machine is happy. It sews really nicely. There it is. So, 40 cotton on cork works really nice. So, let's grab something else and let's see what happens. Because there's so many thread options and I don't want to be limited. I don't want to only use my heavy duty machine because I do sew here as well. So I'm gonna try this one out first. This is, and I have to say, Wawak, if you have not shopped there before, and that's W-A-W-A-K, in case you don't know what I'm saying, their prices are fantastic, and I know that. I just kind of forget sometimes to even look there. They have really great prices. I should have printed my receipt to tell you. Actually, let me see if I can find it here, because this is a 3,000 yard spool of bonded polyester, and it was not very much. I know that it wasn't a crazy amount of money. So let me see here. Let's see how much this one was. So this is the Wawak Optipop polyester bonded thread, 3,000 yards. Nope, I lied. You can't trust anything I say. So that's that one. Okay, hold on. Sorry, guys. This is, oh, it is Optipop. Nope. Am I just dumb? Don't answer that. Okay. Take 3. Wawak Optipop polyester bonded thread, Tex 35, 3,000 yards. I got navy. It was $5.55. $5.55 for 3,000 yards. So I don't have a spool holder, and obviously this isn't going to fit on my machine. So we are literally just winging it. Welcome. Hopefully my machine doesn't like explode. If it does, I have connections at Janome. Okay, make sure that your thread is not caught on anything when you're pulling it up. I should be using a spool holder. I know that. You don't have to tell me that. I know. But I don't have one. I had one. So I'm just going to leave that there. We're going to see what happens. Let's see how this feels about my needle threader. Let's see what happens. I've been shipping Christmas cork, and every time somebody orders the holly, I keep singing songs. The mistletoe and holly song. I don't even know what song that is, but I keep singing it. Okay, my needle threader worked, so that was good. And, all right. We're gonna go real slow because I don't want this to get caught and break anything, because if anything catastrophic happens, I don't want it to happen on Facebook where everybody can see it. I mean, everybody meaning people at Janome. So, all right, let's see how this goes. I'm gonna just kind of guide my thread here and find my foot pedal. So this again is the 35, Tex 35. It looks really good on the top. We will check the bottom and see how it looks. They say that this is fine for a domestic. Okay. One thing I'm not sure is if my scissors are gonna work. Sometimes your scissor button won't work with heavier threads because they're too heavy. Okay. Just making sure I didn't make anything crazy happen. So, and I'm gonna write stuff down so we know what we're sewing with. So this is 40 weight, and this is Tex 35. I'm not sure if you guys are watching like something really creative and wonderful happening, or if you're watching like a nut job trying to figure out things online. It's hard to say. So the back looks good. The back still has my 40 weight cotton. So there's the 40 weight, there's the Tex 35. And in Tex world, let's see here. I got my calculator. I got everything for you guys. Barb, are you proud? You're probably not even here. So Tex 35, we divide 1,000 divided by 35. This is about a 28 weight. So this is essentially about a 28 weight thread. So this spool is equivalent to this. Nope, that's the wrong one. Where did my other one go? I don't know. It's equivalent to this one. So in weight size. And I saw, Sandy, I would put it in a cup, but I don't have a cup. I knew somebody was going to tell me to put it in a cup. You can do that with your thread. I don't have a cup. Sue wants to know where I found the chart. So here, let me look. I'm going to go onto their website right now. Let me click on this thread that I'm looking at. Okay, oh, that's the color chart. For some reason, it wasn't on all the threads. Let me find one that it does come up on, and I'll tell you which one to go look up. Let me try this one. No. Come on. This website keeps like refreshing. It's driving me crazy. Let's try, this one's text 70. Okay, so I don't know why, but I'm looking at the Amann, A-M-A-N-N, strong bond nylon bonded thread. I just picked one of the threads that I ordered because for some reason it wasn't coming up on the smaller ones. This is a text 70, and when I looked at that thread, and I'm scrolling down to the bottom, it says product specifications, it talks about the thread, and underneath that it says additional information, and it has thread size conversion chart. So it's there. If you can't find it, I'll see if I can take a screenshot of this and show it to you afterwards. I don't have my phone, or I would put it on my phone, but I went to one of the heavier ones to see where I could find it. So, okay, let's go back. Oh, she found it. What's behind me? I don't know. Oh, well, I got one of these. It's pieces of acrylic. I don't know why they're in here. So, there. Okay. Thank you. I love that you guys are so helpful to me. Thank you. So, and we are still having construction done here, so now he's pounding things on the outside. It's great. Okay, so that was that. I'm going to take this out now that I put it in a dish. So this was text 35. This one felt fine on my machine. It worked really nicely. So I give that one a thumbs up. I am going to try out, this is heavy, but I'm going to try out the Saya Swag. Hold on, I'm going to shut the door because I don't know if you can hear it, but it's annoying me. Hold on. Okay, we're getting new siding, and he's working like right over there on that wall, and he's doing something. So when I talked to Kasaya, she said that the Text 45 was for domestics, geared towards domestics. I did use this one in my heavy duty, and I use the heavy one in my heavy duty. But if this is geared towards domestics, we're gonna try it out. So I'm gonna start my next one right here, my next line, and text 45. Also, I hope this sews nicely because this rainbow is so pretty. So again, this is Saya Swag polyester bonded thread. It's available exclusively on her website, and this one is color Celestia. It's a rainbow. So I'm gonna put it in my dish, and we're gonna see how my machine feels about it. And Janome, if you're watching, don't watch. Let's see. Okay. Not loving the needle threader, but let's try one more time. That might have been me. Okay. I really would be doing a better job if I had a spool holder. Needle threader worked. Are you just as surprised as me? Okay, needle threader worked. I'm still kind of guiding this thread, being gentle with it. And, all right, let's see what happens. All right. You guys are not leaving any comments, so are you holding your breath the way that I am too? Just to see if this works. Okay, here we go. Connie wants to explain putting in a dish. This might not come out technically correct, but I will tell you why. So when you are using something that has a lot of pull, or something that is like a really large cone that obviously won't fit in here, you can do this trick also for your, what do you call it? The monofilament thread, the clear threads. I used to do this with my old machine. Sometimes they just need to kind of be loose they need to be able to move around a little bit more, and they also sometimes don't fit on your spool holder. So by doing that, it allows it to kind of just gently loosen up and do its thing. I'm not doing this properly. It should be a spool holder, which is basically something that sits on your table and is like it has a long like hook that you put your thread on. So it's just helping your thread to kind of have some room to move. Amy is turning purple. Amy, take a breath, because we're gonna see how this goes. And what size needle do I have in my machine? I'm pretty sure I have a 90. I'm gonna take a few stitches and then I'm gonna change my needle or I'm gonna check the size, because it's a Schmetz, so it has the colors on it, and we're gonna see. I'm putting my speed way down. And would you use a thread net for the larger spools? You could, but I have no idea where mine is and I've never used one, but I think you could. Okay, Amy, are you ready? Yes, Linda, you're glad I'm doing this, because I might break my machine instead of yours. Okay. I'm so scared. Okay. Oh, I'm fine. It's really weird to sew this slowly, but if you're doing something out of the ordinary, it's not such a bad thing to go slow. I also embroider in slow mode. I turn my stitch speed down, just because if you're going that fast, it just feels like, if you're going that fast, you should go that slow. Does that make sense? If you're doing that many crazy stitches, I feel like you should go slower. I'm just keeping an eye on the thread, because it's not a proper cup or spool holder. This looks really nice. It's working very, very nicely. And remember, before any of you yell at me, I can only speak for my machine. I am only speaking for this particular Janome. I am not going to use the scissor function on this thread. I can tell you from the HD9 that it was a little clunky, and I just don't want to break my needle threader, just because I don't think my husband can fix this one, and I don't feel like taking it to the dealer. So Amy's passed out by now. Amy may have passed out. I might have. My cheeks are hot. I just, listen, if I F this all up and you guys watch it happen, it will be funny later. It will not be funny today. So there is the text 45 on the top. It worked. It worked really, really nicely. So listen, I'm happy. And that rainbow, I mean, come on. Like, can you see that rainbow? Oh, it's so pretty. So I'm going to say yes to text 45. Now text 45, let me see, just so you know what I'm sewing with. Text 45, I didn't do it yet. So you do 1,000 divided by 45. This is about a 22 weight. So this is even thicker than the 28 weight that I normally sew with. I know it's so confusing, the back and forth. It's heavier, it's lighter, blah, 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 blah. But it did work. So I also have some even heavier threads here. I don't know if I really should put them in my machine, because they're really heavy. This one the text, this Mara is text 70. I think I'm gonna save this for my heavy duty machine. It doesn't feel that bad. All right, let's just do it. Let's do it. We'll see what happens. Hold on, let me double check here. So this little spool right here, this is polyester, but this feels like cotton. So like these threads, these feel like polyester. You feel the shine and you feel like the slipperiness of them. And honestly, look at, like, that is strong thread. Whereas your cotton, obviously, not gonna be quite, it's strong, but not quite as strong. This is heavy thread. This one, I want to see, because this feels like cotton, but it is polyester. This is, oh, I was wrong. Okay. This is text 40. So we're going to try this one. This is the Gutermann Mara 70. You should stop throwing numbers in if they don't mean anything to me. Mara 70 poly wrapped poly core text 40. This is 765 yards, and it was $4.19. And also, I forgot how much the Saya thread was, but I think it was like $16 for the spool, and it's 3,000 meters. What bag is next to the wire basket? I don't know. That bag? This one? This is the Laurel frame bag. So that's that one. Okay, Amy. Amy, don't pass out. We're going back to 40. So this one, in comparison to this one, this was the first one I tried. This was a Tex 35. So this is a Tex 40. So this is a little bit heavier because remember, Tex goes up and so does the size and the number. Tex makes sense. Remember that. So this one and this one are 5 points apart, very close, 35. This is a 40. We're going to try this one. Can you post a loose up? You want me to loosen up? I don't know what that means. And Jennifer uses this one for all of her bags, and she has a vintage machine. Amy, 70 Tex also scares me. Let me tell you, while I'm rethreading my machine with this next thread, I bought this one, and then I also bought the Tex 70 because I have a heavy duty machine. And I put the Tex 70 in the HD9. This one's gonna fit on the thread spool, or the spool holder, I'm gonna put that in there. I bought that one because I have the heavy duty machine, and it made me very uncomfortable. I don't know how to explain it, and if I say this correctly, some of you will understand what I mean. It felt tight. It felt like I was pushing my machine to a limit that it didn't want to be at. It felt like it was struggling. It was sewing, but the machine kind of felt like it was like chugging along. It was like driving a car up a hill, and your car is going, but it's like, it's kind of just, ugh. That's how it felt. It was making me, excuse me, a little uncomfortable on a heavy duty machine, which it's a mechanical machine. I can fix it. My husband can fix it. It's supposed to take heavy thread. I'm sure it was fine. I'm sure it was me being like, woo, but it was just, it felt a little too snug. So that's why I switched to the smaller one, the Tex 45. There's so many damn numbers. I switched to the Tex 45, and I actually liked it just as much. And the top stitching that I was doing came out perfect. And I can't show you what that looks like because it was for a new pattern that's not gonna be ready yet, but I don't show my new patterns off because I'm weird like that. So I can't show you how it's sewed, but I can tell you it felt better. I felt like I was not pushing my machine to its limits. Where the Tex 70, I was like, oh, I think this is not a good thing. And this one, okay, needle threader worked, scissor function worked. This is nice too. This looks like cotton. This is very reminiscent of cotton. So I kind of like that. And let's see. Definitely stronger in the Jessica strength test. So I do like that. And Tex 40. So there's that. I'm gonna hold that up for a second while I read. Okay, Jill asked somebody else a question. Close-up. Yes, Helene, I will do a close-up of the ones that I used. So you can see what I'm using. So I'll take a picture of this, and then I'll take a picture of the threads that I use so you can see which ones, and I'll label them. And I don't know, the pounding begins again. This one, what is this that I bought? I bought a lot of this Gutermann Mara 70, and I'm really happy with this. I think because it doesn't feel so polyester-y. Let's see what this one is. Let me go back to Wawak. This one is called Harmony. What are you? What are you? Is that it? I don't know. All right, let's find out. Yep, that's it. Okay, so this one, we'll try this one out too. This one is an all-purpose 30 weight Tex 40. I don't even know if that's completely accurate. It's close, but it's not completely accurate. 100% mercerized cotton thread, 400 yards, and this was $5.35. So this one is cotton. It's a small spool. This is also called dark green, but to me it's teal, so we'll just let them feel how they want. And we're gonna try this one. So far I'm happy with these. These are all really good choices. If you have a thread you want me to try out, let me know. Oh, and I did tell you I was gonna look at my needle. Hold on. Okay. I'm taking applications for people that will organize me. If you want to come and organize me, let me know. Purple and blue. Purple and blue. So I am using a Schmetz Microtex 9014. That is my pretty standard needle when I'm making bags. So that is what I have in right now. I verified that. And the bobbin thread, I can tell by the color, it is 40 weight. So, which is also pretty normal for me. So, let's also see if we like this Tex, what is it again? Tex 40, which according to the chart would technically be, oh wait a minute, wait, Tex 40, hold on, I'm confusing myself. There's too many numbers. Whoever makes up the numbers pick one system and we all follow it. 30 weight Tex 40, is that correct? 40, no, divided by 40. And it's still 25. Okay, close enough. So this is Tex 40. No, oh my God. Tex 40, 30 weight. If you're still here, I'm really sorry. I don't know what else to tell you. You have the right to leave. I don't know what else to say at this point. Okay, this is cotton. Let's try this out. And I'm gonna make a note here that this is poly. These are all poly. This is my first cotton. And this is 30 weight. 30 weight, and this is cotton. Okay, let's see how this goes. It's a pretty color. It's just not dark green, but that's okay. It's teal. It looks identical to the color that's online. I just don't know why they called it dark green. All right. Well, that's nice too. All right, this is nice. So I should probably keep these all together so I know what I've used so I can show you later. I know I used that one. Okay. And that one, and that one, and that one. Okay. Now I know what I can show you. So there is the 30 weight cotton. It's a 30 weight, according to them, but it feels more like a 40 weight. It feels like, it doesn't feel like it's heavy. It actually just feels just like the Aurifil thread. So I like that one. Let's see. You were thinking about getting the variegated hardware from Geeky Stitchery. If you're talking about the rainbow spool, I'm pretty sure that's the one that I bought. I know I have it. I'm pretty sure it was Geeky Stitchery. I don't know where it went. I know that I might be at home. I'm pretty sure that's the one that I bought. Somebody else had recommended that to me. So it is a good one. Geekyhardware.com, they do have really nice thread too. I'm just reading some of your comments here. I use Mara 100, which is Tex 30, heavier top stitching. Yes, keep in mind the mistakes show up more. That is true. Also, you can hide your mistakes better if you match your thread, because any of these threads on white cork are just going to show you how I did not stitch straight. So if you're not sure, use something that matches. Yeah. I can use Tex 35, but my machine does feel like, you said, driving a car uphill. It's the only analogy I could come up with, but that's how it felt. It felt like my poor little 1991 Cavalier when I was in high school trying to get it up a hill, and it just didn't want to go. Jill, if you're learning a lot, I guess I did something right. I feel like I owed you guys something educational. It's been a while. So what else do I have here? I think that was everything that I bought, except for the heavy stuff. Let me look again. Let me look at what I bought. The Gutermann, I tried that one. Stop it. I tried the Wawak bonded polyester. I did not do their Tex 45. So I did the Wawak Text 35, and we've got Text 45 open. Let's try it out. So this is the same as this one. It's the Wawak Optipop polyester bonded thread. This one's 35, this one's 45, so this one's heavier. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna see how this one works. All right, let me find how it opens. Okay. Okay. All right, let's try. This will be the last one because I don't want to go any heavier than Text 45. I feel like my machine is cooperating, it's doing well, and it's getting really hot in here because the door is shut. So let's see if my needle threader works. Okay, 45 might be a little too much for the needle threader. Let's try one more time. Amy, hold on, because we're gonna go one thicker. Nope, okay. It's not loving my needle threader, but that's okay. One thing about bonded polyester, even for old eyes that don't work very well, it's really easy to thread your needle because, of course, I'm trying to thread it the way my HD9 threads instead of from the front. It doesn't fray at the ends, so you don't have to, lick it and rub it on your fingers. It just kind of goes in really nicely because it's just like a sturdy thread. Okay, Amy, take a breath, get a drink. We're gonna do this. This is gonna be our last one. Okay, Text 45. We're gonna try this one, and this one's poly. Here we go. And this is the moment that I shut the machine down. Okay, let's see. And my makeshift cup is not doing great, but that's okay. I'm just kind of holding it. I can't find my foot pedal. Okay. Okay, I can hear it. I can hear that the machine is it's making that noise when it's got something kind of heavy in it. Get this out of the way, that little tail. But it's sewing really nicely. Like, come on. I'm not going super duper fast. It's sewing really nicely. Again, I'm not going to use my needle, my scissors. I just think it would be better that way. Be careful with your scissor button because you can very easily mess that up if you cut something too heavy. If it even gets through it. So that's pretty nice. Okay. But let me try words. My back looks good on all of these. My bobbin thread looks really nice in all of those. I'm not having any tension issues. I have not adjusted anything. I haven't changed a thing. I even have a zipper foot on because it was the last foot that I used and even changed that. I got 40 weight in the bobbin. I didn't make any adjustments. I'm doing it kind of, the way that I normally do things, which is just wing it and see how it goes. And it worked nicely. So everything's all right. My thoughts after sewing, and again, I'm going to play around with these more. This is one of those things that will take time, as I'm making things and trying stuff out. One of the things that I feel is that the Text 45, which is kind of on the heavy side, and which I did do both of those. I tried the Saya Swag 45 and I tried the Wawak 45. They both sewed very nice, very good bonded polyester. I feel like those are great for top stitching in your domestic. I would be okay with doing my final top stitching. I don't know if I would do handles because I don't know if I want to put this in the bobbin. I'm afraid that that's going to push my machine to its limits. I don't know if it would be a little bit too much for the machine. It's really something I'm going to have to experiment with and find out. I don't like adjusting my bobbin case, so as long as I don't have to adjust the bobbin case, I don't mind trying it out. So I can mess around with that a little bit more. I would love to put this on a handle, but I think I would only do the top and bobbin right now in my heavy duty machine. As far as the other ones, the 30 weight cotton, the Text 40 poly that look like cotton, and the Text 35 that felt like polyester, I would be fine in my domestic sewing my bag with that. I think those might be okay in the bobbin. One thing to keep in mind, when you wind a bobbin with bonded polyester thread, and I always forget this until I do it, it wants to unwind because this thread, you can see like it doesn't really want to stay on the spool. And as soon as you try to wind it on your bobbin, it wants to undo itself. So when you wind a bobbin with anything like this, grab a hold of your bobbin until you get into your case before it starts to unwind itself, especially the heavier, stiffer stuff. It just kind of does its own thing. Other than that, I think I found some really good choices here. I do still love Aurifil. I still will always use Aurifil. I would say the closest thing to that is the Gutermann Mara, which again had a really good price. Aurifil to me is worth the price, but I know that that's not in everyone's budgets. So I think the Gutermann Mara, and I think this had a ton of colors if I'm not mistaken, which is always, that's another thing. When we're making bags, we need to match things. We want lots of colors. Yeah, this comes in, does it even say? There's a lot of colors. And they do have bigger spools if it looks like those are out of stock. So there's a ton, like I have to scroll down to see all the colors. There's a ton of them. Does it say? It doesn't really say. It does say it's ideal for buttonholes, leather goods, handbags, and top stitching. And this, again, this Gutermann Mara, $4.19 for 765 yards. So I really like that one. This one is going to be definitely something I use more of. I bought a few colors. I wanted to try something that I could find close to like a cork color. So I bought all those in the Gutermann Mara and the gray. I'm keeping that kind of separate. I also liked the Tex 35. I think that one came in quite a few colors. Let's see. Let me see. It's down here. Optipop. Not a great selection of colors. A lot of neutrals. You know, all your basic colors. They do have a rainbow, which I didn't order. I'm surprised I didn't order that. Maybe it wasn't in stock. But aside from the variegated, these are $5.55 for 3,000 yards. This is nice. Not as many color options. So if you sew in more neutrals, you'll be fine. There's a pink, a red, there's a couple of yellows. There's no purple. There's no like green, but there's 2 different reds and 3 yellows. Get out of here, which is weird. But I mean, I think that was a good one too. And what else did I buy? Oh, this one, the Harmony. This was the cotton thread. This one, let's see. Just trying to show you some of the things that I worked with so you'll know. A decent amount of colors, not crazy, but decent amount. $5.35. And what I also didn't even notice until just now, and you guys probably knew this if you shop on Wawak a lot, is that like this one, $5.35, but if I get 4 of them, they're $4.85. And who doesn't love a bargain? So I think there's really some good options. There's so many out there. It's just hard. Thread is one of those things that everybody has a preference. And I feel like we're all looking for the next best thing. It's like finding that perfect like cocktail dress, that perfect dress that just makes you feel pretty and it works with everything. It's like finding that same thread. Like what thread can I, what thread will work with everything? Let me just look too. Oh, this one's called Gingerbread. This is the Tex 45. This is, I think, the heaviest I would put in my domestic. Let's see what colors and pricing this is in. Again, same colors as the Tex 35, $6.55 for 3,000 yards. So I bought a whole bunch of thread and I just wanted to try it out for you. So you've been using Mara 120. Let me see if they have that and see what that weight is. I want to find out. Mara 120. They do have it. Mara 120 is a poly-wrapped poly, and it says it's a Tex 25, which is about a 40 weight. So that's a really good one too. This one, this is why I didn't order this one. There's a ton of colors. They're all out of stock. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if they're waiting for stuff to come in. What is this? I did get something else. Oh, this is the Tex 70. That's why I didn't use it. Never mind. So Yes, I think this would be a really great thread, the Gutermann Mara 120, but it looks like almost everything except black, or nope, I think everything's out of stock. Estimated delivery, well, that's not gonna help if you don't have it in stock. It looks like black and cream and tan are the only ones they have in. So I don't know if they're getting more, but this one also says, it says it's silk-like sheen. It says it's a good one. It's medium weight, clothes and knitted fabrics. I don't do that, but it looks like it's a good thread. So when they get that in, I will get that in. And Kyla wants to know, how does the weight work? So I'm not sure if this is what you're asking, but I'll say it again. I don't know the specific science behind, I know we were talking about this before, that a tex means this many like ounces per blah, 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 whatever. I'm not exactly sure what that means. The weight sometimes has to do with the amount of threads that are in it and the amount of pieces. That's how Aurifil does it because it's cotton. So just remember, weight, the higher the number, the thinner the thread. Weight is opposite. So a 60 weight thread is really, really thin. A 28 weight thread is a heavy thread. Tex goes the opposite way. Tex, the higher the number, the thicker the thread. But also, go download this, because keep this on your computer, keep it near your sewing machine. This thing is awesome. The needle size guide is really good too. I really only use 90-14 for the most part, but this thing right here has more information than any of us will ever need. I really only need text to weight and weight to text, but it's easy. It's, you just divide stuff. So it's, I don't know, it's a really, really good chart to have. So I would say go get that. And just also so you know, in case you didn't realize, I was sewing on 2 layers of cork. I didn't do anything super heavy. Cindy wants to know if the cork are all the same weight or do I have lighter cork? The only cork I have that is considered lighter is the lime green, which I believe is out of stock right now. Excuse me. Because we only order one weight, one thickness. I like to order something that is substantial for bag making. The reason that the lime green is light is because my supplier of the regular weight, our regular weight, doesn't have it anymore. So it's the same top. It has a different thickness for the back, but that's the only one I have that's considered light. Everything is in the 0.8 to 1 millimeter thickness range. That is like, it can fluctuate because remember, this is tree bark. It can fluctuate a little bit. So, Kyla, I hope that answered your question. Everybody else, I hope that was fun and educational. I thought it would be a fun thing for us to do today. Have an awesome Thanksgiving, everybody. It's next Thursday. So have an awesome Thanksgiving. I will see you guys on Friday, regular time, but I will be at Log Cabin. Definitely tune in. It'll probably be a quick one, but I will be there. Don't forget to shop Small Business Saturday, which is next weekend, and support your local and small businesses. We appreciate it. And Wawak, I'm just going to say Wawak is a small business because I want it to be. I really like them. I don't consider them a big box, and they ship super quick and have a lot of stuff to choose from. So I like their thread. I will try to get something up for you today, if I can, about the thread. Some pictures. I am trying to get some orders shipped. I'm going to do the best I can to get as many done as possible before the end of the day. And if you're waiting for anything, it's coming to you. I'm getting it as quick as I can. So thank you. You are all wonderful. I am grateful for every one of you. And I will see you next Friday after Thanksgiving. Bye, guys.